I was a television reporter for roughly 17 years. And on a regular basis, what would happen is organizations such as yourselves, businesses, public relations firms would regularly contact me because they wanted me to cover a story about them and their organization. And I'm not exaggerating when I say that 99% of the time, the pitch for me to come out and cover your organization was absolutely horrible. Now, I'm not saying that the story itself was horrible. I'm saying the way they pitched the story was horrible. If you've ever sold a house, and I'm in the process right now of purchasing a home, my realtor explained to me there are homes that are great, but the people don't invest in good pictures, and they can't sell the house. So they fire the realtor, they get a new realtor, and they post great pictures, and suddenly the house sells. That's the same thing with the story pitch. A lot of people have good stories to tell, but they don't pitch them well, and you miss opportunities. My favorite example of this is about a snake. A woman who I'd worked with before sent me an email and told me that her campus, she worked at an educational facility, had a new building. Would I come out and do a story about the fact that they had a new building? You can't get much more boring than that, okay? No, I'm not coming out to cover a story about a building. But I had known this woman, I didn't want to be rude, and I didn't want to just blow her off. So I started talking to her more, and she starts telling me why the building's important and what it's going to mean to the campus. And I'm still practically ready to fall asleep. So she happens to mention at the very end that because the building's in Arizona and they wanted to align with what Arizona is all about, that this building is going to have a snake pit with some snakes. And I'm thinking, you didn't think to mention this to me initially, okay? Because I've got a guy, he's a weatherman, and I'm sure you all know weathermen like this in your area. He'll do anything. He'll dress up like a cowboy. He'll get in there. He'll do his little shtick with the snakes, whatever. That's exactly what I'm talking about, is people will contact the media and they don't realize what they've got, and they sell it all wrong.